A spectacular Tuesday night at Robbinsdale Cooper High School. Sam Ekstrom alongside Sig Ligry. Metro West soccer action this evening, the second to last game of the regular season between the Robbinsdale Cooper Hawks and the St. Louis Park Orioles. Sig, we had a highly entertaining boys game just moments ago, a 5-3 St. Louis Park win, and the girls looking to offer the same level of entertainment.
Well, we certainly hope so. Going into the boys' game, looking on paper, it looked like it was going to be pretty much one-sided, but it didn't start out that way, with Cooper coming up with 3 quick goals, and then St. Louis Park came back and scored 3 of their own, so that took about 17 minutes for 6 goals, and it was back and forth the entire match. You know, the score was a little bit lopsided for St. Louis Park, but the play was good. It was fun to watch. It was entertaining. A lot of action. And this game, we'll see how it turns out. The St. Louis Park team is young in terms of experience. They're learning. They're progressing well. For Cooper, they've had a fairly decent season so far with a 3-5-1 record. They look to continue with their program that's been growing for the last few years. So it should be a fun game, back and forth game.
As you just saw on your screen, Cooper defeated the Orioles 1-0 when they met earlier this season on September 10th. Robbinsdale with wins this year against St. Louis Park, Chanhassen, and Kennedy. They are 0-2-1 though in their last 3 games. The Orioles won their opener against Jefferson and have not picked up a win since. 1-6-2 their mark, and we'll see some talent on both sides, particularly for Cooper. NDSU commit Bella Granbois, who has 4 goals this year, and Cooper could open up a bit offensively.
They have the talent to do that, and if they start connecting and getting the passes up to the right players, they can be very exciting and very dangerous.
7 seniors for Cooper playing in their final regular season home game, with just 1 more to go after this on the road at Kennedy. And in this shortened season, this is just game number 10 for both sides, with the regular season almost concluded. But Sig, when you reflect back to a month ago and when this season was just starting, I think we can all be pretty pleased with the result, that we made it to this point, and the seasons have gone off largely without a hitch.
I think all the coaches I've talked to all year have said the same thing. They're glad to be on the field. The players are glad to be here. They're cognizant of the dangers of the coronavirus, and they're being careful with it. And of course, it is difficult with high school people to keep things apart, but they've been doing a pretty good job. Not a whole lot of activity that I've heard of in terms of somebody getting ill. So the program is working. They've done what they're supposed to do. Everybody's staying their distance and taking care of themselves because they don't want to end the season too early. So it's been fortunate for them. We'll see how it works out for volleyball and football that's coming up, and C6 is covering those as well.
There's Nick Wetherall, the Robbinsdale coach. They take on the Orioles. Coming up shortly, we'll step aside briefly, be back with lineups and more pregame analysis right here on CCX.
Who's most at risk for coronavirus? People over 65, people with underlying medical conditions like heart disease, chronic lung disease, asthma, diabetes, people undergoing cancer treatment, and people with weakened immune systems. What should you do if you or a loved one is at higher risk? Avoid close contact with people. Avoid crowds. Stay home if you can. Wash your hands frequently. Learn more ways to protect yourself and others at coronavirus.gov.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that after 75 years, Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
My son Andrew was always a joy to be around. I always taught him to be accepting of other people. That's why when Andrew was suddenly fired from his teaching job for being gay, my heart just broke. As a parent, how do you prepare your child for something like that? I hope we get to a place where people will be treated with respect, equality, and love.
We mentioned that it's a fantastic Tuesday night. Temperatures in the 70s on October 6th. A lot of short sleeves out there. A very comfortable evening. Lineups being announced right now for St. Louis Park, the visitors with 1 win on the season. Let's meet our starting goaltenders. For the Orioles, it's Sofia Romero, the junior, and for Cooper, it's A.J. Duran, the senior, who's had a couple years in goal as their primary starter. This year, a 2.22 goals against average. She started all 9 games, and obviously goalkeeping could play a big role in this one, Sig.
It certainly could. Let's just see how the defenses line up and how they get in front of the keeper and keep her not too busy. At least I hope to keep her not too busy. But you got some people on both sides that are capable of breaking through and getting some shots on.
Couple teams here that have struggled to score as of late. Cooper has not scored a goal in the last 3 games, 2 losses and a tie there. The Orioles trying to score their first goal in the last 5. They've been scoreless in 4 previous games against Chanhassen, Benilde, Chaska, and Kennedy. Most recently, a 0-0 tie against Kennedy, so great goalkeeping in that one. And they've only allowed 1 goal in the last 2 games. Same goes for Cooper, so expect maybe a little more lower scoring like they had on September 10th when it was 1-0 Cooper the victory. They got a goal from Caden Camp in that one. And there's Nick Wetherall in his 12th year. Done a great job with his program.
Yep, I remember when this program started turning around. You put a lot of work and effort into building it back up, so he's done a good job.
And on the other side, it's Benjamin Kent, the 1983 St. Louis Park graduate. Played at Wisconsin and then professionally for the Portland Firebirds.
Yeah, so he certainly knows this stuff. Talked to him early, said he's happy with the team. He said, wish they could score a few more goals and win a couple games here and there, but you know, it's a learning process. And we'll see how things go.
We're off and running.
Yep, St. Louis Park and White going from right to left. They have possession.
And with it is Madeline Olson passing it forward across midfield. Stolen away by Cooper wearing the navy blues. Passed by Bella Granbois, number 4. Keep your eyes on her. Tripped up Caden Camp, who scored the goal between these teams last time. St. Louis Park trying to work it downfield against that 4-2-3-1 formation that Cooper is starting in.
Yeah, they got everybody back there. Here comes
nice through ball, onside, but covered up there by Duran. A brief bobble, and she'll play it.
That was almost exciting. A little bit of a bobble as the attacker got there, but
sends it flying to Olsen, who brought it down, taken right back, though, by the Hawks.
good look there at A.J. Duran.
Duran, 75% save percentage. Last year, when Cooper went 7-8 as a team, she had a .94 goals against average. She's been excellent for multiple seasons for them, and we've got a quick timeout here, it looks like. Equipment issue.
Yeah, but you need to have shin guards. So the players over on the track putting shin guards into her stockings, and now she's back into play.
That's Kira Snapko, the freshman. One of 4 freshmen on this Cooper roster. And you've heard the name Snapko before, most likely, and you're not done hearing it. There's 4 sisters, 2 of them on this team, 2 of them on previous teams. Long ball downfield. Cooper trying to generate their first offensive chance. And there's a shot in from the left wing. It's punched over the net by Romero. Incredible job to put that on net. That was Caden Camp. Let's see it again. Camp from distance almost made it 1-0.
And a nice recovery by the keeper to keep it out.
junior camp. Heads all the way across the field to take this corner kick. The first of the game, curls it in. Loose ball in the 6-yard box and swept out. St. Louis Park dodging a bullet there, just over 2 minutes played. They go through there for Granbois, picked up by Romero. Wind, not much of a factor tonight. Very still and very comfortable. Dennison out to the right side. There's a Dennison for St. Louis Park on the boys' side as well. There's Beaton moving it along in front of the St. Louis Park bench. Nice passing by the Orioles, working it into Cooper territory, but right back to the Hawks it goes. Granbois passed it off. Sent through by Sadler into the 18-yard box. Romero again with the pickup.
Nice punt, just about the midfield.
And it's headed down by the Orioles, possessed by Leon Vega. Alma Beaton sending it back. Possession of Dennison. Off to Enright on the left side. Enright tripped up. Cooper picks it up. Kira Snapko. Off to Olivia Adams.
Nice passing by the Cooper Hawks here. Now they got traffic to roll through.
And McKay Dyson with it right now. And on to Adams. Intercepted by the Orioles and back to Creighton in the middle of the field. Dare Creighton. Toward the far sideline, Anna Benishek. And across midfield, over the foot of Franklin and out. Throw in coming for Cooper. So the second meeting between these teams. Last year, St. Louis Park won this rivalry 2-0 on September 12th, 2019. Orioles have had the edge in this rivalry of late. Robbinsdale, though, with a win already this year, trying to make it a sweep. Thrown down the sideline. Relaford was marked there. The whistle blows and a set play coming for Robbinsdale Cooper. Bella Granbois, 4 goals on the year, sends it into a crowd. Knocked down by Romero, and she'll play it. Nicely done by Romero. She's been busy in the first 5 minutes. Flies one, dead center. Possession to St. Louis Park. Enright. Ahead to De Silva Acosta. Pumped on back. Here's Enright once more. Olsen watches it go past, and that'll be a Cooper throw-in. Both these clubs won 7 games a season ago in a full-length season. Orioles finished 3rd in the Metro West. Robbinsdale Cooper finished 6th. Creighton punched that one to the logo at midfield. Beaton trying to dribble one into traffic, taken away by Faith Holmes. And the pass offers Sadler out of her reach, and an Orioles throw in front of the bench.
And as in the boys' game, we don't have a whole lot of helpers out there retrieving the ball, so it's going to take a few seconds longer as the players have to go out, get that soccer ball back into play.
Does change the rhythm a little bit.
Yes, it does.
That's been more prevalent this year, I think, than ever.
But you know, you kind of get used to that when you watch the game. It does change the pace and the momentum.
Yeah, you take for granted what those ball retrievers do for the game. They really are helpful. The shot came in there on Giron, taken by Beaton. Giron sends it flying off of Granbois, trying to settle it down. Now Caden Camp over there. Out of the reach of Emeka Dyson, the freshman. So we've already called the names of a couple freshmen on this Cooper roster, starting freshmen at that. We've got some good seniors, of course, but some very good young talent as well. Granbois is one of those seniors. She's got good speed, good aggressiveness, sends one downfield, trying to get it to Relaford. Dyson works against Olsen. That's curled off the foot of Creighton. Granbois takes possession. Trying to split through Orioles, goes past, and earns the corner. Granbois, the NDSU commit, somebody that Nick Wetherill mentioned by name when we chatted with him pregame. She can really attack that defense. Granbois scored 9 goals a year ago with 5 assists, first team all-conference player. Coach Wetherill thinks she's one of the best in the Metro West.
Tough to deny that.
Camp in, shot from the top of the box blocked. The shot came from Snapco. Villalobos looking to keep the pressure on. Picked off by Madeline Olsen. And right back to Snapco. The ball exchanging hands now with the Orioles. In our 9th minute of play, 0-0. Pressure applied there defensively by Sadler. Orioles work it back to their defensive line. Enright got it ahead. Across midfield, here comes De Silva Acosta. That's picked off by Snapco and sent to midfield.
Nice job that time of the Cooper defense, staying back in their position, not getting drawn to the ball inadvertently.
Play whistle dead.
Not sure.
What did you observe there? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's either a foul or a drop. Okay, foul against Cooper. Back right about the 45-yard line.
Play restarted by the Orioles, and immediately Cooper regains it. Hawks and Orioles, the final home game here in the regular season at Barbara A. Lehman Stadium.
Battle for the midfield, now they break loose.
Granbois taking on 2 Orioles. Moves it along to Sadler. Back to Granbois, makes her move. Nice cut to the left. Chipped it into Sadler. Forced it in deeper, still loose. Romero will make the play. That was trickling dangerously.
Fortunately for the keeper, there were 2 defenders there in front of her trying to keep things away from her, and as you said, they was dribbling into the danger territory. Orioles now coming back.
And that's Creighton with it. Rolled across midfield, played by the Hawks. Camp passed off to Sadler. Granbois forced away from her by Dennison. Now right back to Granbois, knocked away. Hawks trying to set up their offense meticulously here. Seems to all revolve around number 4. Currently is tying her shoe. Sadler the pass back. Snapco, nice move down the left sideline. Knocked away by Benishek. And a Cooper throw in. We've got 2 Cooper subs. Anna Ziska and Amy Mejia. Thrown in, immediately kicked out toward midfield. Cooper right back with it. The pass toward the sideline. Ziska a little crossed up, and Olsen strips it away.
Olsen with a good move, poking the ball out. Now we got a foul. Handball against the Orioles.
Set play here for the Hawks to our 13th minute. Claire Snapko. Last year had 9 assists.
That's pretty good.
Any of those to Grandbois, those two with good chemistry. She tries to create another opportunity here, but that's played away by St. Louis Park. A lot of the possession so far, Sig, has been in this half of the field.
Yes, it has. Orioles struggling to get the ball out of their end.
Still nothing on the scoreboard. Couple good plays by Romero have been notable in these first 13 minutes. De Silva Acosta. Caught between Hawks. Snapko downfield as Mejia. Stepped in front of by Enright, and Enright will throw it in. Creighton. Long ball down the right sideline.
But it's 1-on-4, and that battle goes to the Cooper team.
Claire Snapko. Big.
Wow. That was a long kick.
Yeah, Snapko just swung her foot on the bounce and sent that about 50 yards. The other Snapko, Kira, sent that one along to Grandbois. She accelerates to the right and crosses one in, past the face of Sadler, and a goal kick.
Yeah, I think the idea was to get it to number 8, but didn't quite connect.
We've got subs on the St. Louis Park side. Olivia Brown, number 18. Claire Bargman, senior midfielder, number 29. Orioles in possession. About 15 minutes into this game. 2 ties on their ledger this year, including most recently, there's an errant ball back to the near sideline.
Fortunately for the Orioles, there wasn't any Cooper player in the vicinity to take advantage of that.
And there, the Orioles caught looked like they caught a bounce off the official, but they'll restart play.
Yep, it'll be a drop.
Caden Camp, the junior, hustling after it toward the sideline. And the throw goes to St. Louis Park. They're trying to snap an 0-6-2 stretch here. They have Chanhassen up next, who's second place in the Metro West at the moment. And section play after that. Great to have a postseason at the end of this regular season.
Yeah, early on, it didn't look like anything was going to happen, but fortunately, the high school league decided that things were running fairly well. So you may as well let the players have some postseason games.
Nice ball for Sadler. She's in close, Sadler. And that one sort of sped up on her on this artificial turf. She couldn't catch up to it. Does she earn the corner? Yes.
Good hustle. Just to get down there in the first place and then getting in there and forcing that corner. And usually in a close game, it's the set plays that makes the difference. And corners is number 1 in opportunities.
Sadler, one of their captains.
It's Claire Snapko with the corner.
Flies one in. Romero
nice.
Swings at it, loose, at the goal line. Did it get past? They say no.
Yeah, Cooper says yes, but that ball did not go over the entire line. Remember, in soccer, the ball has to go across the line in its entirety, not just halfway.
Might have been Bargman who helped make that defensive play. From my vantage point, I thought it stayed out. We'll have one replay at it here. And there's Mejia right on the doorstep,
yep.
And it was 34,
yep.
Enright.
She got her foot in there and made contact to keep it out of the end line. Nice defensive play, but also a dangerous one for the defense. That's getting a little bit too close for comfort.
Yeah, Romero misjudged the corner and got a little bit too far in front of it. Great job by the Orioles, and we have a goal kick. One more time.
See, that's what we're saying about set plays can be so dangerous. Here she brushes the ball, there's a kick, bounces off the keeper, and then Enright's right there to knock it out.
And Romero actually nearly caused that to go back in the net, trying to get on top of it.
Yep, you're right. It ricocheted right off of her, and if it wasn't for Enright, that would have gone in as an own goal.
Countering now are the Orioles.
Okay, this is something that this team has been working on, is their transition to the counter play.
Sadler again, she might have another chance. Sadler settles it down to the right foot. Romero the save.
You know, I was just thinking, go ahead and shoot it. You got a decent angle, go for it.
Looked like she wanted to get it on her dominant foot there.
Yep.
For the right foot shot, and she got a good one off, but Romero in perfect position for the stop. And you see St. Louis Park here trying to get going in this counter game off of these big saves, and they've got a little momentum with Beaton.
Offside.
And the flag is up. Moving toward the halfway mark of this first half. No score. Here's Sadler.
Nice patience. Sees an opening. She's got to get the ball off quickly because she had 3 defenders on her. Overall good play because you never know when you might get some kind of a rebound.
Long ball down the sideline. That will trickle out. St. Louis Park will have a throw.
And while we have a second here waiting for the ball, the referee, center referee for this match is Driss Machine. AR1 is Melinda Matthias, and on the far side, Brian Wood has the honors of doing the second of the line across the field. Another battle for it here. Cooper's been doing a pretty good job of those takeaways. Now this time, St. Louis Park with the takeaway and the counter. Here they go, 5 on 4 now.
They'll stay on side, nudged on to the right, into the box, and the shot just wide of Duran.
I think she took it a little bit longer than she needed to on that one.
That shot taken by Hannah Wilsey, the freshman. Duran will have the goal kick.
Taking her time, and then gives it over to number 24, Amelia Villebois. And she slices up where her teammates are, trying to hopefully get it to a dark blue shirt.
Bounced across midfield. Last line of defense for the Orioles. That's picked up by Rasmussen and sent forward. Stepping in front of it, Relaford. Stripped away by Enright. And back for Dennison. Across the field it goes. Orioles trying to counterpunch here. They've faced a lot of pressure in the opening 21 minutes and change.
Yeah, they've been on their heels for most of this of the first half, trying to get some kind of a opportunity in their favor. Now we have a foul called against those Coopers, and that's going to turn the ball over to the Hawks.
Claire Snapko snaps it off down the middle.
Still a long kick.
You can see why they have her taking those set pieces. There's a chance, and the save by Romero. That shot came from Granbois.
and a long ways out. And sometimes those can be very dangerous because it's kind of a sharp angle, but there's still plenty of room in the net. And as we said before, any kind of a miscue, and who knows what's going to happen.
We've seen some really impressive legs on this Cooper team between Camp, Grandbois, and Snapco.
Yeah, they can really pound that ball. This is pretty impressive. I hate to be facing them in any kind of a penalty kick. It's like a rocket coming at you.
And didn't even mention Sadler. She's in that mix as
Right.
well.
That's
So,
true. You're right. You're right.
Some very impressive players on this Cooper team, but they're still in a scoreless tie here. For the Orioles, this is actually their 4th consecutive half where it's been scoreless. They were scoreless the second half against Chaska, 2 halves against Kennedy, and here against Cooper in the first half. Pass on to Bargman. She'll sprint across midfield. Claire Bargman rolled over to Brown. Good passing by the Orioles. Bargman again. She'll circle it back. Dennison. Rasmussen with it. And now they advance. Errant pass there out of bounds. A throw in for the Hawks. Mejia throws it in, and it'll hop to the foot of Benishek. Grandbois tried to keep it in, but pranced out of bounds. The throw to the Orioles.
Yeah, she thought she was off to the races, but the races were held up. You're looking down on the field on the flag with the linesman. You can see the wind is really picked up.
Yeah, I was just gonna note that, Sig. It didn't feel like there was a lot of breeze when we were down on the field before the game, and now it's really in Romero's face in the Orioles goal. So that'd be a benefit for Cooper most likely.
Yes,
the next 17 minutes or so. 15, excuse me.
Yeah, the wind blowing from left to right obviously favors Cooper Hawks.
Enright downfield, played there by Villalobos, and back to the Orioles. 25 minutes played in this first half. Rasmussen moved it along, tapped back toward Beaton, and picked by Camp. Camp with the back pass. Move toward midfield. Camp again with the feed backward. Out of bounds, and a throw here to St. Louis Park. Bargman. Pass intended for Brown. Cooper trying to counter. Ziska, pass to Grandbois. Camp sends one on, looking for Relaford. The pass goes to Dyson.
Try to cross over to the near side, just missing to Ziska.
All loose, Sadler with it. Sadler fought away from the ball, and now Brown the other way. Curled to midfield, Creighton with it. Rasmussen, the junior. Up the right sideline they go. Pass forward by Benishek into the corner. Picked up by Wilsey, and Cooper with it back.
Let's see how they counter.
They lost the handle.
They lost the ball. Wow. Not a good thing when you're on the counter. It's now the Orioles with a good opportunity.
Bargman, Benishek. St. Louis Park trying to break this scoreless tie. Bargman again. Navigates between Hawks. Nice ball down into the corner. Wilsey after it. Snap go. Sends it out of bounds for a throw. Very near the 18-yard box. Benishek has the throw. Taking your time with it. Bargman battling. And that's chipped out by the Hawks. Rasmussen plays. Wilsey off the sideline. Beaten with the left foot toward Giron. Not breaking a sweat, she makes the save.
Relatively easy save, but still a save.
Through 28 minutes of this first half.
And now the Orioles turn the tables on the Hawks because they're the ones that are possessing the ball and keeping some pressure on the Hawk defense.
And they've given their own defense a little bit of a breather here after they faced a number of chances, including several corner kicks.
Yep, 2 of them.
Ella Camp set to come in the game shortly for Cooper, the sister of Caden Camp. Benishek will throw it in for the Orioles. Wilsey had it in her possession for a moment, and now Grandbois takes it away. Sadler.
Offside.
Fired it over top of Relaford. No offside call.
No. Did I miss something? Okay.
I would need another look at it. A goal kick.
Yeah, either way it gets into the possession of the Orioles.
We've got to look at it.
Yeah, it's hard to say because where the ball was kicked. But it was close. Okay, thanks, guys. That's our ace people in the truck giving us that nice replay.
Fantastic job as usual. Throw, Orioles. With it is Olsen. Into the corner. Franklin. Cross toward Giron. She'll scoop it up on the near post. Past the 30-minute mark of this game, Giron punts it down the left. Sadler possessing. Sadler hesitates and makes her drive toward the middle.
Trying to get the ball through, and it does. Kind of dribbles through a defender's legs, and it gets to where it was intended. Nice long shot.
Grandbois gives it a try, and Romero equal to the task.
Again, Romero positioned exactly where you have to be on those. Sneaking a look over at our ace statistician, Willie Markham. Cooper with an 83% shot on goal percentage. Now they draw a foul from Cooper, and they get a free kick.
About 50 yards from the net here is Beaton. She scored a goal against Kennedy in the 3rd game of the season, a 2-2 tie. Beaton, the midfielder. Short kick with the left foot.
Now she's going to send it deep.
Benishek. They've got bodies down there. There's a shot and a goal by Creighton. And it's 1-0 Orioles. The scoreless streak is over for St. Louis Park.
They're happy about that. You know, let's take a look at it again. Short passes, a nice feed right up to the front. Battle for it. I think it ricocheted off number 24, didn't it?
Let's get another look.
Yeah, 10 gets a shot. Yeah, it does. I think it went off her hip. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The ball is in, goal scored. credited to Crichton. And it's 1-0 St. Louis Park.
So the senior midfielder breaks this scoreless tie. Might have clipped Villalobos on the way by. Good persistence, though, by Creighton to stick with that. Tight quarters in there, not a lot of space to work, and she got a shot off.
So now St. Louis Park with the momentum on their side and a lot of confidence.
This half really has been a tale of two halves. Kind of a shift.
Yes.
Big time at about the halfway mark. It went into St. Louis Park's favor.
Yeah, the momentum shifted when they started moving the ball up a little bit and got some attack going.
Olsen with it now. Tried to center and get it to De Silva Acosta. Here's Sadler the other way. Touched on. In pursuit, Snapko. Claire Snapko.
She's only got 2 players up there with her against 5 defenders, 6 defenders now.
Stuck here in the corner are the Orioles, though. They'll try to work it free. Passed ahead for Creighton. Stolen. There's a shot to tie it. Oh, Granbois.
We were talking just about that, getting the shot from the outside, take a nice hard shot and go for it, and exactly what she did.
A turnover in a bad spot, and that's someone who will make you pay.
You said again, this is a nice hard shot.
Rocket.
Keeper was on the far post side, and the ball comes on the near side, or actually in the middle. Nice shot.
Couldn't place that any better.
Nope.
5th of the year for Bella Granbois, the senior on senior night with the goal. And now St. Louis Park the other way. So those 2 goals coming 2 minutes apart, and we're tied at 1.
See, things got exciting quickly. It only took almost a half.
No scoreless tie tonight.
Nope.
Both teams on the board, both teams breaking a notable scoreless streak. For 3 games, Cooper couldn't score one, and for 4 games, the Orioles, they both get one here in the first half.
Well, both teams been moving the ball well between the 10-yard lines, but then finally they got something more prohibitive. Nice takeaway.
Under 6 minutes to go in this first half. Camp down the right side. Caught up to by Dennison. Olsen nudges it back to the middle. Bargman passed it back. Rasmussen moves it forward. Good job by Beaton, the captain. Here's Beaton. The pass off for Creighton. Can she score again? Knocked away from her, Creighton. Hanging tough.
A lot of pushing and shoving going on.
She'll get it to the far right side, and that shot high by Franklin. Back and forth, Sig. Opening it up here.
They certainly have. There's no lack of action. The entire first half has been pretty active. Lots of ball movement up and down the field. Now some good attacks that are starting to put some pressure on the defenses.
Goal kick for the Hawks. Game tied at 1. Closing stages of this first half. Sadler has a steal with Granbois running down the middle. Sadler can't control it.
That would be a
goal kick, they say.
Yeah.
Sadler's come close on a few occasions.
But she has such skill and control in the soccer ball. It's very difficult to defend against a person like that with those skills and tenacity.
Tough to believe Sadler doesn't have a goal this year after watching her in this first half. Ball out of bounds. Throw to Cooper.
Well, maybe her time is coming.
She's had a strong first half.
Yes.
She's been threatening.
Yeah, do some prognostication and say maybe she'll get one. Who knows?
Sounds like a call.
Oh, no.
We'll write it in pen.
Make sure it's invisible ink.
Battle here in the corner. Orioles get the throw as Leon Vega watched that one trickle out. 3:20 to go in the first half. Benishek lobs one in. Leon Vega out of bounds to Cooper. For Grandbois, that was her first goal since she scored against Kennedy in a 2-1 win. She had a stretch where she scored all 4 of her goals in 4 games, including 2 against Chanhassen, a team that they totally reversed the result on. They lost 6-0 and then beat them 3-1 the second time. Cooper moving in, Snapko stolen away, but Snapko sticking with it. And a foul called. It'll go against the Orioles. And a set play coming here for Cooper in a good spot.
It's a very good spot. It's going to be right about 40 yards, just under 40 yards out. They could try to set up the forwards with the left attack and then go for a header. I don't think they're going to go to, I doubt they're going to go right on goal, but we'll see.
Grandbois with the big leg. On goal, off the football crossbar. Goal kick.
Okay, I was wrong. I really didn't think they were going to do that.
Not many could, but Grandbois with the leg talent to get that one close. Even from 35 yards, that was still a bullet.
Yeah, just a little bit lower. That could have been interesting.
Orioles get it to the right sideline, now passed back to Beaton. Beaton has made some nice runs downfield. Creighton, the goal scorer, with it now, and she makes a nifty move. Creighton through to Silva Costa. And Geron the save. Looked like Villalobos was closing in there from behind and might have affected that shot.
Yeah, I think it did, because she was just getting ready to take the shot, and then all of a sudden the defender was right there and in her way. It's a nice takeaway by St. Louis Park.
Creighton again. Moves it back. Leon Vega, and swept away from her. And right to the sideline for Olsen.
Olsen doing a good job of trapping the ball and keeping that in play. Oops, turnover.
Cooper the steal. They've got 30 seconds. 3 against 4. Camp passing for Sadler, but it'll be taken by Benishek. Cooper throw. They're down to 12 seconds. Not much time for Sadler.
No, they're going to get this in really quick, and they're being bothered, and then there's a turnover on the throw-in.
And now not enough time for St. Louis Park, despite this run down the right sideline. The first half comes to an end. We had fireworks in the final minutes of the first half. Creighton in the 32nd minute. Grandbois, as you see on your screen, in the 34th. A 1-1 score through 40 minutes. We'll step aside here on CCX and rejoin you for some first half analysis and second half projections halfway through this Metro West battle on CCX.
Who's most at risk for coronavirus? People over 65, people with underlying medical conditions like heart disease, chronic lung disease, asthma, diabetes, people undergoing cancer treatment, and people with weakened immune systems. What should you do if you or a loved one is at higher risk? Avoid close contact with people, avoid crowds, stay home if you can, wash your hands frequently, learn more ways to protect yourself and others at coronavirus.gov.
Halftime at Robbinsdale Cooper High School. Cooper 1, St. Louis Park 1. An entertaining first half. We'll take a look at some stats from that and get some highlights as well here during our halftime show. It was really Cooper's game for the first 20 minutes or so of that half, Sig, and then St. Louis Park turned the tide, scored the first goal, and Cooper answering in a big way 2 minutes later after Creighton scored. Grand Bois answered 2 minutes later. Let's take a look at those tallies in our first half highlight package. Camp had an early chance from the left side, and I think we learned quickly that Cooper has a lot of talented athletes with some big legs, and Grand Bois, one of them. There's another chance for her. Romero was kept very busy, and credit her with keeping them in this in a lot of ways, and here was a tougher play for her where her defense had to bail her out.
Yeah, that was a big play. The defense came back there and helped her out.
And Sadler there uncorking a shot. Romero another big save. Very high percentage of shots were on goal for Cooper in that first half. But it was the Orioles that broke through first. Dare Creighton might have glanced off of Amelia Villalobos on the way by, finds the back of the net. 1-0, but it didn't last long. Bella Grand Bois, laser beam to tie it at 1 2 minutes later. All even at the half. And the stats fairly even.
Yes, they are. 8 shots apiece. Shots on goal 7-4 favoring Cooper. Fouls 2-5. Corner kicks 2-1. Numbers play out exactly what we've been seeing in the first half. Like you said, it was 2 different halves of the first half. One half belonged to Cooper. The other one belonged to St. Louis Park. It was like 20 minutes in, somebody turned the switch on, and it went the other direction. So a lot of action. A lot of activity going on, good play, good skill sets, and here's our standings.
Chaska leading the way in the Metro West. Tonight they are hosting Benilde St. Margaret's, who's in third. That's a big-time matchup between the 1 and 3 teams, and Chanhassen in second. That's the upcoming opponent for the Orioles, and you see Cooper there smack dab in the middle at 3-5-1 in fourth, St. Louis Park in sixth.
So both teams have something to really play for, because now we're coming up 1 game left on Thursday for each team, and then on Sunday everybody gets together and they do the seedings for the section playoffs, and nobody knows who's going to be doing what until the last game is over and that seeding meeting taking place. It's a little bit more difficult this year because you only have 11 games to pick from rather than the usual 19 or 20. So it's going to be a challenge for him to say, well, which team's better, which team has won what games, and how many goals and everything. It's going to be a little bit tight.
It'll be a meaningful result here in this one. We have 1 half to play. We'll step aside again here at halftime. Cooper 1, St. Louis Park 1 on CCX.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet,
we discover
they're a little bit of a lot of things,
but they're all pure love.
40 minutes to go in this one. The outcome very much in doubt. A 1-1 tie through 1 half.
And there's a look at our world famous CCX truck.
And in the background there, Nick Wetherall with final instructions for Cooper. Any adjustments that you would recommend in the second half for the Hawks here, Sig?
I would probably bring back the defense a little bit because they've been getting a little bit caught with the Orioles getting behind them. But otherwise, they've been moving the ball well. They'd lost the momentum in the second part of the first half, but keep moving the ball. Same thing for the Orioles. They finally got on track about 20 minutes in. just try and keep themselves from giving up an easy one. Goalkeepers are doing a good job.
Coach Wetherell's got to feel like if they can pressure the way they did early in that first half, that they're going to score again. And that equalizing goal by Grandbois is big, because if they go into halftime down 1-0, I think that it would have been a pretty deflating score after the way they played early. But to tie it up and actually go in with some momentum, I think changes the complexion of this game.
Oh, absolutely it does.
Cooper's going right to left here in the second half.
Yeah, the wind has died down again, so should not be a factor. Checking the look at the flag of the linesman. It's blowing a little bit, but not nearly as much as it was earlier. See the Cooper players getting warmed up ready for the kickoff. Sadler gets it.
Sadler had numerous chances in the first half, and she's got a nice run here in the second half to begin. Draws a foul and a set play in the opening seconds. Claire Snapko, their set piece specialist, will take this one from under 50 yards. She can get it there. Snapko.
Nice high kick right into traffic.
That'll be booted clear by the Orioles. Oh, Sadler keeps the pressure on and unfurls a shot wide, but a good play by Sadler.
Good heads-up play, seeing where the ball is, making the interception and taking the shot.
We'll see that again from Sadler. You could see her reaction pretty well there. I think she wanted to put it on net.
She was not happy about where it went. She's going, what do I have to do? Just keep it up. You're doing well.
She's got it again at midfield. Passed on to Camp. Check that. Snapko. 2 Snapkos on the team. They've got older sisters Maeve and Ailey. Maeve was on the team last year, scored 9 goals. She and Grandbois, quite a combo. Ball out of bounds and a throw here for Cooper. Orioles disagree. There's Relaford battling for possession. Another foul on the Orioles. Presumably Snapko will come take this kick. Actually, it looks like Villalobos. We'll see what she can do from over 50 yards away.
I wouldn't be surprised if this comes in close.
Winds up a little shallow of the box. Kicks over to Sadler.
Another nice takeaway for Sadler.
And she cuts it back to the middle and looks for a shooting lane. Romero, a little bit of a bobble, but she'll play it.
Yeah, Sadler couldn't quite get enough leg on that one, but she's getting closer.
Headed along by Beaton, 1 against 3, trying to break through here, and her speed earns them the throw.
Wow.
Adams sent that one out of bounds.
I'm just surprised they decided to take that over the touchline. They had a 3-1 advantage.
Beaton sends it in, and it caroms off. Picked up by Dyson and then launched in from the left, played by Giron. She punts one down the middle. Camp deflects it, Grandbois picks it up. Met there by Wilsey. Wilsey with the steal away from Grandbois. Dumped into the middle here via Lobos. Toward the sideline, that'll stay in bounds. Orioles will regroup.
They bring it all the way back. Reload, and here they come.
Dennison had good speed. Her pass for Wilsey is knocked out of bounds.
I like that idea. Get the long ball up to Wilsey and give her an opportunity to bring the ball in.
Benishek, a high one to the middle, deflects down and picked up by the Orioles. Beaton twists it off to the left. Creighton moves it further. Back to Creighton, who scored the goal in the 32nd minute. She shoots wide left, and a goal kick. Under 36 minutes to go in a tie game. Lobos will take the goal kick. Sent along by the senior. Camp. Lost possession, Orioles with it. Creighton dumps it back again. Moved ahead to De Silva Acosta. Now Dennison. Rasmussen across midfield. She'll roll it forward to Beaton. And Beaton's pass gets away from Franklin. It'll be a Cooper throw. Coming in the game for Cooper, Anna Ziska, senior midfielder. Ziska replaces Emma Kate Dyson. Cooper with it, blocked there by Dennison.
Dennison filled that passing lane perfectly and picked it off.
Sadler moving the wrong way with it, and Wilsey picks it up. Wilsey turning the corner. Sadler boxes her out nicely. Faith Holmes down the sideline and out, and an Orioles throw. Thrown in by Benishek. Rasmussen steps forward. Creighton to the corner for Enright, or rather Wilsey. And Sadler with a physical play to take it away.
Well, how many 50-50s has she won?
She's got a great nose for the ball.
Certainly does.
Very good instincts.
It's way up in the air. These are always dangerous.
Especially when you're the last defender. Villalobos moved it into the corner, but the Orioles had it back. Beaton, the pass toward De Silva Acosta, unable to play it. Staying with it is Benishek. Slipping is Creighton, and that'll lead to Grandbois. Taking it toward midfield. Grandbois putting on a display. Moves it to the right side. Relaford. Relaford past Enright. Knocked off the ball, and a clean theft there by Enright.
Well, Enright did a great job that time, being in a defensive position, keeping her back between the attacker and her goalkeeper, and saw an opportunity and succeeded with the takeaway.
Grandbois, long ball downfield, blocked. Wilsey trying to spurt down the sideline, cuts it back against Camp. Silva Acosta, the pass back. Orioles seem very comfortable reloading back at their defensive line. They've gotten some good push from that line to start their offensive attacks. Sadler nudges a pass, a little give and go, and Sadler trying to find Relaford, and the Orioles possess. Benishek passes to the middle. De Silva Acosta stripped away. Camp helping out there, getting it to Grandbois. Grandbois puts the moves on. She'll drop it back. Here's Camp. Forced toward the right side. Back to Camp. Caden Camp. Big left foot. Sadler has it taken away. Cooper threatening. And they'll have a throw here from the near side.
they're certainly pressing.
Sadler again after it, but the Orioles chip that one out. Off of snap go, Wilsey to De Silva Acosta. Now the Orioles countering. Moved ahead to Beaton, and Beaton is all alone in the box. She fires and scores! Alma Beaton gives the Orioles the lead.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Get the long shots off, get the opportunity to make a good counter. That's exactly what they did. Beaton comes up with a big shot from the far side. Puts her right past the keeper. Here we see it again.
Second of the year for Beaton, getting it off just before Villalobos caught up. Perfect spot. That's exactly where Granbois scored her goal.
Yep, there's nothing you can do as a keeper. You just you just beaten to the shot.
Fantastic drive with the left foot. 50th minute.
I almost come up with a bad one. So you got beaten by Beaton.
Wouldn't have got a laugh on me there. I would have given you a chuckle. There's a drive left from Snapco. Well, this has got to feel good for St. Louis Park. The long goal drought, 2 goals in this one, matching their season high.
And pretty goals too. They were not just ricochet off somebody and in. Those were well-placed shots. Great transition and counter. That's what talking to coach before the game, asking him about how was that Oriole team with their transition on the counter. He says, well, we're learning. Well, they did more than learn. They did a great job that time.
2-1 with a half an hour to go. A chance to pick up their second win of the year and their first since the season opener. Bounced into the corner. Relaford nearest to it. Can't catch up, and it's a goal kick.
Boy, that wind is tricky now. It's picked up again. We can feel it coming through the press box and down on the field. This time it'll be in the favor of the Orioles. They need to make any long kicks.
Olivia Adams left the game. Marin Scherber, the freshman, coming in. Scherber battling there. Villalobos as a throw-in. Whips one toward midfield. Bounces off of Leon Vega. Fired into the corner. Foot race. And out of bounds.
We're going to get there in time. Throw for Cooper.
Sadler dropped back toward Faith Holmes. And the throw now goes to St. Louis Park. St. Louis Park, last year 7-6-1, good team, 3rd place. They beat Cooper 2-0. Lost by 1 in the first round of the playoffs to Minneapolis Southwest. Villalobos with no choice but to sweep that one out. Another throw deep near the flag.
So now all of a sudden Cooper having their difficulties getting the ball out of their end and getting their counter off track.
Benishek bounds one into the box. Off the shins of a Hawk, and then right back in possession of Beaton, and a goal kick. Beaton is convinced it was a corner. They signaled goal kick, did they not?
Initially, yeah. I think the referee overrode the linesman.
Yep. So Beaton hustles to it, sends it back post. One-time shot wide. That was Creighton.
By the way, that was only the second corner that the St. Louis Park Orioles have had the entire match. One in the first half and one that we just saw. Villalobos
fires it off to the left. Granbois holds it on the sideline.
But you can see the Oriole players are really attacking the ball.
Picked there by Dennison. Granbois got to it. She is so decisive when she gets the ball on her foot. Granbois careening down the left sideline, running past everybody.
Still has the ball, now tries to get it over the end line for a corner. Should be a corner.
And will they overrule this one?
No,
nope. The officials demonstrative saying nope, that's a goal kick, and that stands as the call.
Saying that it did change direction when it was deflected.
Disagreement there between Granbois and the official.
Yeah, well, I can tell you the outcome of that.
Usually, and by usually I mean always, the call will remain.
Yes, and you have to be careful of what you say to an official in the, well, almost any sport, especially soccer. Tempers get a little bit heated and you say something you don't really mean, and all of a sudden you got a card.
Caden Camp coming on for Snapco. Camp, a goal-scoring threat. 25 minutes to go. Cooper trying to come back for a second time. They've already eliminated one deficit. All the way in on Romero. Creighton takes the pass near the logo. Wilsey in pursuit. Camp got there. The sideline kept in bounds by Benishek. Off of Mejia and out. Orioles with the throw-in. Benishek tosses it to Creighton. Creighton again, off the back of Snapco. And Granbois moves upfield. Granbois, that's offside. Was about to say Relaford needed to get back on that line. And that goes back to the Orioles. If Granbois can get space like that, though, for the rest of the game, she'll make something happen.
I was going to say the same thing. You can bet you're going to see that play coming up again.
Beaton, who has the go-ahead goal in the second half. Creighton back to Beaton. Bargman now on the left side. Losing control there to Villalobos.
And she just pokes it over the touchline for a throw-in for the Orioles.
Enright tosses it in. Beaton makes her move again. Beaton zips one right on. Giron the save.
And might as well try for it. It worked before.
That was just a stinger, never above waist level. Good catch by Giron, not allowing the rebound. The pass by Creighton to the corner. And then shoved back onto Bargman in the box. Granbois with the intercept. Her pass for Relaford intercepted by Rasmussen. Bargman to Wilsey. She maneuvers to the left. Sends Sadler to the ground. Rasmussen pokes one toward the box. Kicked away by Holmes. Camp near the sideline. Great move by Camp to get around Olsen. Now Creighton twisting and turning her way past Snapco. Then stops on a dime. Some great Ball handling, and Beaton unleashes the shot. There is a rebound, but Giron will play it. Alma Beaton with some lasers here.
That's 3 we've seen, and one of them went in.
Granbois once again. She's hard to contain and so patient too in times like this. She'll just get right by you if you give her any kind of inclination of where you're leaning. And Granbois all the way toward the end line. Caught up there in the box for a moment. Relaford nearest to it. Can't get there in time.
Good individual effort, but they were just outnumbered when they got into the box.
Enright keeps it in and then passes it out. The Cooper throw in, and we have substitutes. 3 of them for Cooper. Snap go, Ella Camp and Andrea Shevik. And there's the rebound off of Giron.
Yep, no danger, nobody was there in time. So good, clean save.
Andrea Shevik, by the way, an 8th grader coming on here for Cooper, number 25. Snapco to Snapco. Taken away by Beaton. And she's in the open field now. Alma Beaton had a great second half. Fires again off of Villalobos that time.
Well, I think the Cooper defense is going to have to come up and challenge her.
Another block.
You can't afford to give Beaton that many shots. This one's going to be a little weak, no problem there.
Shot taken by Creighton. Giron scoops it up past the halfway mark of the second half. 2-1 Orioles. A 50th minute strike by Alma Beaton. Sadler to Camp. Good individual effort there by Camp, but nowhere to go with it.
Good job that time by the Orioles, forcing that turnover. Not giving the Cooper Hawks any chance to get the ball cleared.
Bargman leaving the game for the Orioles as they insert Paloma da Silva Acosta, the junior. Benešek's toss is taken by Granbois. She has Ella Camp in front of her and Snapco to her left. Snapco pursues. The ball out of bounds, nobody touched it. It's going to be an Orioles throw. What a big win this could be for St. Louis Park. Could move them into 5th place in the conference standings. Kennedy is playing at Jefferson tonight as Granbois fires. Might have gone between the football goalposts. Goal kick.
Yeah, it would certainly be a huge benefit for them to get this victory, stay with a victory when you get into the seedings this weekend.
.42 remaining. Pass intended for Beaton, picked off by Snapco. Granbois stolen by Creighton. Rolled ahead to Beaton. Knocked down by Shevik. Snapco flies off of Enright. Moved on back for Rasmussen. Down the sideline. Controlled by Franklin. Over to Wilsey. Looking to go through for Olsen. Olsen will get the touch first. Giron waiting patiently for it. Under 17 to go. Good play there by Olsen.
Yeah, you can see they practiced that one quite a bit. Just not able to connect on that last pass.
Benešek keeps it in. It's been really fun, Sig, to watch the speed on both of these teams. They
Yes.
both have players that can really fly.
Yeah, that's what makes it exciting.
Oh, great setup here, but offside. Offside. De Silva Acosta, and that will not count. See it again. To the naked eye, I thought it was a correct call.
Yep.
That replay seems to enforce it.
Yep. 19 was just a step ahead. You can see the flag there at the very end with the AR1 linesman indicating that offside.
Cooper with a throw, and Cooper's got to get something going here. The Orioles have had the better second half. Some great adjustments made by Benjamin Kent, their coach, after they were outplayed for the first 20 minutes of this game. Some more substitutions for the Hawks.
Olsen goes out.
Via Adams. Hey, volleyball coming up on CCX. That season starts on Thursday. Osseo at Totino Grace, 7 p.m. Sort of like two different fall seasons here with volleyball and football both starting up. Here's Beaton, she'll shoot. It deflects into Silva Acosta, rolled one wide. And I think a corner kicked the result.
I believe you're right.
De Silva Acosta, who just had a goal wiped away, earning the corner that time. Good play by Geron.
Yes. Corner's better than a goal.
Dare Creighton with the right foot. Geron knocks it down. It's still loose and then shot laterally across the goal line and played ahead. Off of Camp and out.
It's that last corner again, coming in deep. Slap down, and then kick was just off target.
Tough angle to score from there.
Yes, it is. There were a lot of white jerseys standing around that goal area.
Under 14 minutes left. Creighton and Beaton, the St. Louis Park goals. Granbois for Robbinsdale Cooper. And there's Beaton with it. Creighton passed it back. Moved along by Enright, and stepping in front of it, Villalobos. All the way down for Rasmussen. Pestered by Camp. Twisted on to Dennison. Dennison drives one off the head of Silva Acosta. Pushed ahead by Leon Vega. Villalobos had control, but the Orioles with possession back, leading by one into the 68th minute of play.
The St. Louis Park doing a wonderful job of possessing the ball, controlling the momentum of the game.
Snapco, the foul. Free kick inside of 50 yards. The freshman Vesna Dennison, and it will be 50 yards.
In fact, exactly 50 yards.
She's on the kickoff mark for high school football. There's her free kick, and that shot missing the net wide. Taken by Creighton. In one-goal games this year, Cooper is 2-1. And on the other side, Orioles are 1-3 in games decided by one goal. Trying to get a win here. Beaten again in space.
Boy, she's been so prolific at those takeaways and then moving the ball quickly upfield.
Wilsey settles it down, crosses, beaten, right around it. Had Franklin there. There's Leon Vega, just missed. Good setup. Beaton started it off. And the clock's still ticking down here on Cooper.
Well, still have last opportunity. Had a pretty good angle set up, just didn't quite connect properly with the ball and ended up going to the other side of the far post. Still plenty of time.
Snapped off, downfield. Cooper needs is to get Grandbois in open space, but Wilsey has it here. She shows some speed. Another good play by Wilsey. And Grandbois takes her pass, retreats, and now looks upfield. Grandbois with a bomb downfield for Relaford. Headed away by Dennison. Creighton poked it. Back to Enright here. Rasmussen maneuvers. Down the sideline.
And here they come again.
Another good chance.
They got the numbers.
Geron slides at it.
That was an impressive foot save.
Geron repelling the attack.
Big time save.
Thrown right back in. Great play by Geron. Beaten. Disconnected there by Sadler, but it remains with the Orioles and Benishek. She'll shoot. Short hopping and catching there is Geron. Let's see that kick save again on Franklin.
This is a hard shot. She just comes out there and slides into it and kicks it out of there. Just looking over at Willie Markham's sheet. Looks like the Orioles have 12 shots taken in the second half, 7 on goal. Grand total for the game, 20 shots taken, 11 on goal.
Does not look like an offensively challenged team to me. That was one of the storylines, that they weren't able to score goals. They've done nothing but generate chances here, and Relaford trying to generate a chance, but Rasmussen sweeps it away. 8:40 to go. Cooper seems to be tiring.
Yeah, they've been running around chasing these forwards, and it's taking a toll.
A collision there, absorbed by De Silva Acosta. Now centers for Wilsey, who's got some space. Good save again by Geron. She shoots out and knocks it aside for a corner kick, keeping it 2-1. Before the corner, let's look at this again. Paloma De Silva Acosta with a great pass here. And Wilsey, only a freshman with a scrappy play, but Geron right there. Creighton in on the corner. All the way through.
That's going to be another corner on the near side, I believe.
Dennison doesn't seem, I think she knew that she wasn't able to keep it in bounds there.
Okay.
They'll overturn. I did see that the line judge seemed to signal that. There's some grumbling in the stands. At any rate, 7:15 to go.
Good look there at Melinda Mathias. She is the AR1 for this match.
Villalobos. And deflects hard off of an Oriole and out. 2-1 St. Louis Park. First touch by Leon Vega. Now goes back to the Hawks. Grandbois has it on the sideline. She makes her move and explodes to the middle. Now jetting back the other way, left it for Snapko. Poked away from her, Grandbois and Snapko battling. Villalobos. Bouncing one, taken by the Orioles and dumped downfield. Villalobos in a collision there. She goes down, play continues, and now it's stopped. Foul on the Orioles with the contact.
Yes.
Silva Acosta.
I think she runs over the back. Yeah. I mean, you could have let that go by, but she did have her arm up over the back and then a little bit of a hip check.
Seemed like a late whistle. I think that's what maybe frustrated people.
Could be. Yeah, initially it looked like just a collision, but referee was right.
5:20 to go. The hour getting late for Cooper. Snapko forcing it back. Adams watches that one go out of bounds. And again here, Sig, this is where the lack of ball retrieval plays into the game.
Big time now. You're wasting 20, 30 seconds every time a ball goes over the touchline. And of course, if you're the Orioles, that's fine with you.
Turns into a strategy.
Sure, go clock.
Sadler in a battle. Franklin falls down. Sadler takes it. Sadler past Enright, and Enright cuts her off. That's pumped out to midfield. Gathered in by Faith Holmes. Shevik with the pass, out of bounds. A substitute now coming in for the Orioles. Enright replaced by Kozlowski. The junior midfielder, Aaron Kozlowski, on for the final 4 minutes. The clock here in the stadium reads 4:05 after that stoppage, as Wilsey curling around Hawks, and her shot goes off of Villalobos. Corner kick.
If you're Cooper, you can't keep up giving these corner kicks. It kills you on time. It also gives the Orioles more opportunities to score on a set play.
Alma beaten. Top
deep
of the box. And here come the Hawks with Camp, and she was forced down.
More substitutions.
Thrown in by Benishek. Grandbois has it. That's who Cooper wants to have the ball. She'll distribute to Snapko. Grandbois stepped in front of by Creighton. Wilsey, Benishek. Touched on to Silva Acosta. Wilsey spurts through the crease, and Wilsey cuts all the way toward the net. Villalobos clears it out. Just overrun there.
Nice defensive play. Oh, there was a nasty foul. And, okay, foul called, advantage called.
Relaford. Benishek takes it away. 2:12 left. Olsen to Creighton. Taken away by Snapko at midfield. Grandbois needs to strike now. Under 2 minutes to play. There's a takedown by Grandbois. Beaten on the other end of it This will kill some more time. The official trying to keep them separated here.
And I was just going to say, this is when the referee needs to take charge to stop the clock.
Clock is stopped at 1:41.
Yeah, that's grabbed her arm and took her down. There's clearly a foul.
I think the Orioles want a yellow, and that'd be a big yellow because that means Granbois has to leave the field.
Right. I don't think that's going to happen.
Play resumes. All the way down by Shevik. She'll deposit one out of bounds. 90 seconds to go.
Wow, why would you do that?
She is an 8th grader. Not as much experience. Benishek. Off Leon Vega. Villalobos got it out to Granbois. Needs to cover a lot of ground here. Sadler with 1 minute, 2 seconds left. Down the sideline, just missed Caden Camp.
Oh, just when you don't need a turnover, you get one, and it's going to be a big one. We stop the clock.
54 seconds to go.
Yep, I like the call by the referee. They're making substitutions to kill the clock, then the referee can stop the clock.
54 seconds as they throw it in. Now the clock continues. It'll be a Cooper throw, and they've got Coach Wetherill here chasing the ball down. 43 seconds left. Hesitation here by Snapco. They can't afford to turn it over. Relaford along the sideline. And the foul on Cooper with 30 seconds left, and that might be about it.
Yeah, that may be the dagger right there.
Benishek, and now they'll play keep away. Only Relaford applying pressure. 12 seconds to go. Camp got it to Relaford, and a foul with 5. One kick to tie the game. High drama. It'll be Granbois, naturally.
Get the strongest leg you have out there to take this free kick.
Trying for a buzzer beater to tie this game. Obviously time to get a deflection as well.
Or could send it over to the right side and hope for another play.
Save by Romero to end it. And the Orioles take it 2-1.
Wow, great game on both sides. Very exciting. Congratulations to the Orioles finally getting what that needed. A big victory, and they are celebrating.
Snapping an 8-game winless stretch. Their second of the year. They're 2-6-1 with momentum going into the Chanhassen finale. Cooper takes on Kennedy on the road. Their record now sits at 3-6-1. They're 0-3-1 in their last 4. And we'll get a look at our game highlights to put a wrap on this one. And it was a good game, Sig Ligry, an entertaining one, some great talent on display. The Orioles took the first lead. The Hawks came back to tie it. And a blast to bring it to you. Sig, thanks a lot.
It was a lot of fun. Good game. Good play on both sides. See the Cooper players acknowledging their fans. They played a great game. It was really a very exciting game. There was nothing dull about this at all. A lot of good scoring chances, some great defensive plays, and some great goaltending, some good saves.
I'm Sam Ekstrom. Thanks for watching. St. Louis Park wins on CCX.